That was really dumb. I shouldn't have done that. So I know you guys wanted to see me walk around up there with one hand on a slippery roof. And some of you are probably glad I shut the camera off. And then some of you are probably wishing I had the camera on so you could watch me fall. And you're sick. You're sick and you know it.
You're watching Hurley Films.
Well, what is going on, everyone? Back at you again with another video for this week. And as you saw in the previous video, this was kind of our preview. And you may be wondering to yourself, like, one, why are you working at night? So let's address that question. I was out of time. I didn't have the time. So sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And then number two, why are you doing this? I thought you paid somebody to do your concrete work for you. And that's another question that we got in the comments. Well, to be honest, Samuel wanted to do it a certain way, and I didn't like the way that he wanted to correct the problem. So in those situations, this is what I wanted to do, and this is how I wanted to make sure it got done the way that I wanted to make sure it got done. So it's just kind of a certain situation that you just got to do what you got to do. So let me explain this. So right now, out in front, the door's not level. The concrete actually has a dip over towards the right side over there, and it makes the door show up as not level from the outside, which doesn't work for your entrance. It makes it look stupid. So what I've done here is I've attached a concrete backer board on the front side. So this leveling concrete called Level Quick is actually made by another company called Maypie or something like that. But you pour it on the ground and it levels itself out. And so what I had to do is I went through and I caulked that entire board so no liquid would seep out, and then took some spray can insulation, that spray foam, and sprayed it under the boards where it was a little bit gappy as well. Now, a cool trick that if you've ever used that spray foam and you hate having to wait for it to dry, you can actually spritz it with water and it will harden like almost instantly. So cool tip there for you. So then after that, you take this pink stuff, which is actually a chemical that's made specifically for this leveling concrete that makes it bond to the concrete. If you don't put that stuff down before you pour the leveling concrete down, it will all just chip up. So you have to do that first. And then at this point is the hardest part, which is, we don't have any water yet, so I had to bring these buckets full of water across the street over here, and then it's just mixing it up to the right consistency, pouring it down, and then using a couple trowels to move it around to where it's going to sit nicely and make a good edge, because you don't want to have a bad edge, because then you've got a sand, which this concrete, that's kind of the bonus here, is this concrete is mostly sand, actually, silica sand. So if you do need to, you can actually sand this stuff flat. So pretty cool stuff. And like I said, this is the way I wanted it to be done because I like this material. I've used it in the past when I've renovated a bathroom and it was out of level and it came out perfect. Like this stuff there's a reason it's called Level Quick. It is level, like it goes perfect. So this is what I had to do, and this is the first of many late nights, but when you're building a house, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Good morning, everybody. Oh, it's another beautiful morning. I'm tired. As you saw, I was working a little bit late last night. But I had to get some stuff done, and one, it was actually pretty cool last night, which actually was pretty easy, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't really that bad working at night either, so that was pretty good. And like I said, under a time crunch, so we're gonna head on over here across the street, get things opened up, try to pull that form off of that Level Quick concrete stuff that I poured last night, and see how it looks, and then tell you what's happening today. So let's just Oh, yes. Let's just get across the street. Oh, guys, I'm gonna let you in. I'm not a morning person. I am not a morning person, especially when you work late and have to get up early. I'm really not, but things are getting done. It's gonna be a good day. Let's do it. So another problem that I've been having is that our electric fence either A, is not working super well, or B, the calves just do not care about getting shocked a little bit. But I think it's B, because let me listen down here. It is definitely still on. I can hear it. And I even came in here last weekend, about 4 days ago, and I mowed around the entire perimeter of the fence on both sides and weed eated. So I made sure there is no grass, there's no debris, there's no anything leaning up on the fence. I checked all the log jaws to make sure that none of the lines are off or something. And everything looks good. But here the past few weeks, every time I show up on the site, there's at least 1 or 2 calves that have made their merry little way into into the yard to eat some grass, which part of me's not super mad about. They're just mowing for me, right? So let's get over here and get these forms off and see what we got going on. I'll tell you one thing, when it's a really nice, cool morning like this, it makes it a lot easier to be a morning person than not a morning person. Because it does feel really, really, really nice. Okay. That's good. It looks like it's set up. Let's get the form off and see what we're working with here. Well, that form pulled away nicely. You're probably wondering why. Why did we do this? Well, the door right here, the concrete, had a little dip in it just right there. And so when the door is installed, the door is not level. So we needed to correct the jam a little bit by putting this leveler in there. That way we can make that side higher than this side to make it level again. So it looks like it's gonna be something that'll work. I'm gonna go get the level and let's see if we actually solved our problem or made it worse. Okay, it's level. Looks like we have a very small 1/16 inch of a gap down here on this end that will easily get taken up with construction adhesive. So we're good. Much better than I think almost a full bubble off of level. But here's the plan for today. Samuel and Ochoa Concrete are supposed to come out today to get ready to start doing their work on the porches. So I'm assuming that means they come out and get the dirt ready and then also get the try to do a little bit of leveling, stuff like that. They'll have to move the posts out so that they can work around them, obviously. So it should be a really good day, a very productive day. Also, Matt Whitna with Whitna Plumbing, he said he's gonna come out. He is doing good. he was out here on the job site a few days ago, last weekend, and he stepped off the porch right here and just got a bad footing and hit a hole or something, and he twisted his ankle and sprung it pretty bad. So I felt really bad for him. I'd been praying for him that he'd be healed and it wouldn't be something like really serious, all that kind of stuff, and ends up that he is doing good. He said he was going to come out today and do some more work on finishing out the plumbing. So that is all really good news that I'm super happy and excited to hear from him on that stuff. So other than that, we'll see what else the day holds for us, but I'm going to start by just setting the camera up, do a couple time lapses of getting all of the wood that is sitting on the porch area, getting it all picked up so it's ready to go for when Sam and his guys get here to do whatever it is they're going to do today. So let's get to work. So let me address another comment, question that we get quite a bit here, and kind of been avoiding it, but not really out of, not on purpose. And that is, hey, this doesn't look like you're building a barn dominium. Well, you're correct. I'm planning on making a video that goes in our So You Want to Build a Barn-Do series, talking about the reasons why we changed. And the real short answer is it's a cost issue. But just to answer your question, if you're like, oh, I'm not watching these videos if he's not building a barn-dominium, well, here's your chance to leave, I guess, or stay, because it's still patio cool. And the front porch are cleaned up, so they are ready to go for when Samuel and them get here. And feels nice to have that picked up. Also, I just got a load of lumber here delivered from Lowe's, because inside our shop, over here in the corner, over here, we are going to build, when I say we, I am going to build some shelving, some floor to ceiling shelving for our tubs that are in that storage unit. We have one storage unit that's basically completely full of tubs, and we're spending money every month. Got a tripod for a reason. So we're spending money every month on the storage unit when we now have a giant shop that is built not only for work stuff, but also for storage. So the goal was always to build some shelves. So we'll have two 16-foot long by 12-foot tall shelves that will have, I believe, let me do the math real quick, 160 linear feet of 2-foot deep storage. So that's a lot of space to be able to put stuff. So you think if each of those tubs is 2 feet, 2.5 feet wide, we're gonna be able to fit 64 tubs on these shelves, which most of ours are pretty uniform, but they're not all super uniform, but we'll get to that point eventually. Anyway, the biggest reason that we're taking those tubs out, not only to save some money, but Casey used to be a teacher in 2nd grade, actually. And Hurley, guess what? Hurley is going into 2nd grade, and school has started and all that stuff. And Casey's just gone, you know what? In our storage unit, I have these tubs that have all of my old school stuff in it from 2nd grade. And when she says old, it's only probably about 1.5 years, 2 years old. And what's funny is I remember exactly where that stuff is. And it's in the very, 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 very back of that storage unit. So we're gonna have to rent a Penske truck or some kind of box truck similar to when we moved. And we'll just empty that whole storage unit and bring it out here. And we'll have all of our stuff. My tools will all be out here. So that's amazing. That will be a big bonus. But until then, we got shelves to build, and we might get started on that today.
Y el choclay no, o así. No, así.
It always amazes me every time I see these guys do the concrete stuff and how fast and efficiently they can work, as opposed to what like I would do. Because that's always something I always end up doing with these projects, regardless. Is I'll say, okay, well, what would it take me to do this? And then I think about what it would take and all that stuff. And then that's usually where it ends up getting to the point where I'm like, oh, I need to hire somebody because this is going to be crazy. But just when you do something day in and day out, how great you can get at a skill is always fascinating to me. Okay, so here's what we gotta do. We got, this is where the master bathtub is gonna go. And it's a drop-in tub. So there has to be a frame right here to support said drop-in tub. So what we're gonna do, Austin's here, Matt's here, with Whitna Plumbing. He's running some gas lines right now, so hopefully we gotta get this done, and Samuel and them are out back working on the patio, so lots is going on, but let's get this framed in so we have a place to be able to put Casey's bubbling tub. And I'm sure that's kind of what it's like within life. You know, all of us have things that we're good at, and all of us have things that we aren't so good at. And it's all about knowing what your weaknesses are and where you need to ask for help, because no one can do this lone wolf. It's not going to work. You have to have help, and you have to have friends and family and loved ones around you to help you when you need it. It's the same reason that Samuel shows up with guys to help him. I mean, he's not going to come and do all of this on his own. It would take him too long, and he would end up dying before he got all of his projects done, because it's just too much to do by yourself. So I guess I don't know where this little tangent came from, but if you need help on something, ask for help. Whether it's a friend or a family member or something else, don't be too prideful to not ask for help. That's something that I've found in this house building process, especially if you're building a house. You've got to be able to ask for help, because there's some things that you can't do on your own, and you'll actually hurt yourself, which I haven't done, you know, so, you know, don't judge me or anything. But not speaking from experience, but you've got to ask for help. That's the number one thing. If you got to pay somebody to come help you, whatever it is, just don't do anything stupid that could potentially cause yourself harm and would ultimately defeat the purpose of you building in the house in the first place, which is to have fun and live in it. You can't live in the house when you're dead from making a stupid decision. Anyway, I don't know where that rant came from, but I guess there it is. I'm not going back and re-recording it because that's too much effort, but ask for help. It's good for you. Good for your pride, good for your soul.
All right, everybody, look who's back.
He finally come back.
Finally comes back. Look at this, they already got the form set for the front porch, which is so shady right now, so we're kind of getting a picture of what it'll be like later. They're building these forms for these stairs. Casey's grand entrance. Sorry, I just put like a ton of sunflower seeds in my mouth. We got all the posts, where the posts are set. We got big piers going in. Take you and show you the back here. Look at that. Bathtub. Check them out. Casey's got a bathtub it makes bubbles. It's gonna be pretty cool. Got back patio. All this out here. So we got the shaded area, and then the back patio comes off, it juts off right here. And so this is kind of like for the barbecues and the grills and all that stuff. All right here, kind of in front of these windows. So this is kind of my spot. Oh, but we got the bathtub framed in over here, ready to go. Austin stayed out here and helped me a little bit. Matt Whitney just took off. Got our gas run up. halfway done. He's saving the rest for tomorrow when it's cool, because up near the ceiling it's about 120 degrees. But this is for our drop-in tub right here. Yeah, so it's happening. So I'm about to go in the shop and start working on our shelves for their tubs. So yeah, let's kick that off. So we ran into a little bit of a pickle here. For one, I got started on these, whoa gosh, come back to me. Oh, there we go. For one, I got started on these shelves and I forgot to start filming because I was trying to get stuff done. And two, Casey and the kids showed up. Josie's over here with the Play-Doh station. And the second thing that we ran into is this barn, or shop, sorry, the shop is going to be spray foamed with 1-inch closed cell spray foam insulation all around. And so I'm getting into the shelving and realizing, oh, they're gonna have to spray foam where I'm going to putting these shelves. So that's a problem. So all I'm gonna be able to do today is just put these cross members on, and I wanna get them up and on just in case like any foam gets sprayed onto, let me see. Curly made a snake. Just in case any foam gets on the 6x6 posts, I don't want to go scraping off every single post. So I can put those on, and they're just going to basically be just as much as, you know, anything else, I think. So I might text a picture to Keith real quick and just say, is this okay? And then see what happens there. So let's do that first. Okay, so it's been a good day. Only got one thing left to do. Only have the energy left to do one more thing.
Oh my gosh, the squeaking that I'm hearing is making my hands sweat because it was so scary up there.
Woo! Okay, 150 inches from that spot to that spot. So that's what I'll be able to tell the fireplace store guys. But yeah, that was sketchy. There's a lot of dust. It hasn't rained in a couple weeks in Oklahoma, and there's a lot of dust on that roof, that metal roof, brand new metal roof. And that is slicker. That was really dumb. I shouldn't have done that. So I know you guys wanted to see me walk around up there with one hand on a slippery roof. And some of you are probably glad I shut the camera off, and then some of you are probably wishing I had the camera on so you could watch me fall. And you're sick. You're sick, and you know it. But I'm probably in that camp with you. Anyway, we got a lot of stuff done today. We're not going to be able to finish the shelving in the shop because Keith, he said probably best to wait. So we'll wait. I got a few of the running boards up, but we'll finish that part later. But yeah, I found out later this week they got the forms set, so we'll pour concrete later this week on the porch. And I don't think I missed anything else. Matt's coming back out here tomorrow to do the finish the plumbing stuff. Hopefully we get power in the shop soon, so that means we get water. That's the number one question I get from every contractor when they come out here is, do you have water yet? No, we don't. We will get that. I got to do the electric, which will also be happening very, very soon. So lots of stuff's happening, lots of progress being made. Got the floor level for the front door, so that's gonna be good and done now. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough. If you made it to this point and you enjoy the videos that we do, go ahead and subscribe down below. And if you like it, let us know what you think. What's going on in your world, comment down below. Let us know what's going on. Are those? No. There better not be moles. I can fix that problem real fast. Look at this. No. Homie, don't play. What are we talking about? Oh yeah, comment down below. Give us a like if you like the video, dislike it if you didn't like it. It's free country, so whatever. If you watched it to this point and still want to hit the dislike button, then you're a better person than I. So, enough talking. I'll see you guys on the next video.